What's up, guys? Rare Loot Brad here, back from the testing of the new matchmaking on Iron Banner. And I came back and I did 30 games of Rift, all by myself, solo. It was brutal, okay? I'm not going to tell you that it wasn't easy. It was fucking tough, man. Doing Rift solo, doing Rift and Iron Banner, why? So, yeah, alright. But let's go back to the real deal here. We're talking about the new matchmaking. Is it an improvement? Does it work? I'll give you the answer right now before I give you the statistics, because I'm that kind of guy. Woo! And the answer is kind of. Yeah, not really the answer you're wanting, but yeah. So I'll tell you what I actually seem to have found in this test that I took, and I will tell you what has been seeming to improve and what still doesn't seem to actually change. Of course, this is only 15 matches in the old one and the new one, and I was planning on doing 25 each, but then I realized I was doing Rift solo, and I said hell no, so I only got 15 games in. So a lot of these statistics could still change because it's only 15 games, but it's still, again, it's 15 games, so we gotta see what kind of data we can get from this. Alright, so going back, we'll start with the maps. What was the map rotation? There seemed to only be 8 games that we were playing, well, 8 maps that we had. This included Sector 618, Bannerfall, Vertigo, Cathedral of Dust, Pantheon, Frontier, Black Shield, and Memento. Those were the 8 maps in rotation for Rift. I don't think there were any other maps because those were the only maps that I played on. So starting out with the old matchmaking, this was on Tuesday again. The map I played the most was on Cathedral of Dusk, and fuck that map. I hate that map. It sucks. I just hate it in general, and with Rift it's even worse, but that was the map I played most on. I played it about 3 times. The maps I played least were Bannerfall and Black Shield. I only played them once. Everything else I at least played twice. Going on to the new matchmaking and seeing the map rotation, it's actually not any better. In fact, it's kind of worse. Cathedral of Dust, I still played on 3 times, and Vertigo actually played on 3 times. Pantheon, I didn't even get to play at all in those 15 games, not even once. So this matchmaking little thing definitely did not mess with the map rotation at all. So it's still kind of crap. It's not really that good. I mean, of course, you're going to get maps over and over, but the fact that I got Cathedral of Dust 3 times, and I didn't even get Pantheon from the new matchmaking, that's not good. Let's go to the many losses and wins that I achieved over these 30 games that I played. Yeah, not that many wins. I'm just going to tell you now, not that many wins. Going over the old matchmaking, we have 11 losses and only 4 wins, which is, that is not good. That is definitely not 50% of my games I'm winning. In fact, 4 of those losses that I got was by a mercy too, so it was pretty fucking painful. But this is where I will say the new matchmaking, I think, has something to do with this, because going over the new one, I have 8 losses and 7 wins. That's pretty fucking impressive compared to the other one where I only had 4 wins. Yeah, it's only 3 more wins, but that's almost 50%. I couldn't get 50% on this, even if I tried. I would have to play 16 games or 14 games, but still, 7 wins for 8 losses, that is a lot better than 4 wins and 11 losses. And to add on to that, with the new matchmaking, I only got mercied once. Just once. Which is, I will say, that is what I think improved, is this win-loss ratio. And I also will admit that some of the losses that I got could have been turned. It was extremely tight. While on the other end, with those 4 mercy losses and the other games, it wasn't really tight. It was, we were getting dominated and we were getting beat. So with that in mind, let's go on to the rewards. So obviously, if you're going to lose, maybe you shouldn't get better rewards. Maybe not. But this really didn't change at all either. Rewards I got from the old matchmaking were 9 blue items. Most of them were already decrypted, which was kind of crap. I got 3 strange coins, 3 modes of light, and 1 purple arm engram. So 1 legendary out of 15 games. Really, that's still kind of crap. Going on to the new one, kind of changed a little bit, but this is where I think Iron Banner kind of helped with that. And I got 10 blue items, so one more blue item than originally. And again, most of these were already decrypted. 3 strange coins, 4 modes of light, so woo, and 3 Iron Banner legs. So that's 3 legendaries. But again, this is Iron Banner, and I'm thinking these things are just going to drop in there extra. So I didn't get any other legendaries that weren't Iron Banner besides those 3 legs. And also, I wasn't rank 2 when I was doing the old matchmaking. The new matchmaking, I was rank 2, and so I got these legs. So I could have been different. I mean, if I was rank 5 and tried both of these, it would have been a lot more even to tell what I would have got. But still, not really any too much of a difference there. And now let's go over to the connections. So this is where I took all 12 players, and I looked exactly what their connection were, and I looked multiple times throughout each game, so I made sure that it was actually that, not fluctuating up and down. And I counted how many green bars there were, how many yellow bars there were, and then how many red bars there were. Surprisingly, there was a little bit of a difference between the old one and the new one. With the old matchmaking, we had 150 green bars out of 180 people. 180 people, so that's all 12 people for 15 games. If we put into an average, basically, 10 out of 12 people, when you play a game, are going to have green bar connection. Which doesn't seem too bad, actually. That seems pretty good, not having the whole entire group red bar and all that stuff. If we go to yellow bar connection, we have 15 out of 180, which doesn't seem like barely any, but if we put in an average, that's 1 yellow connection out of 12. So pretty much every single game I played had at least one person who had a yellow connection. And that is the same for the red connection. It was 15 out of 180. So that is, again, is one person out of every single game I played had a red bar connection. Again, this could have been mixed up. There could have been like 2 red bars in one game and no red bars, all green bars in one game, but pointing out the average, that was the average. So to the new matchmaking, it's a little bit better. It is 163 people out of 180 with green bar connection. That's 10.86, so almost 11 people out of 12 having green bar connection. Yellow bar connection was a lot better because we only had 5 people that had yellow bar connections throughout the whole entire 15 games. So it's a 0.33% of even having a yellow bar out of my 15 games. And then red bar was almost just as bad as the old matchmaking where I had 12 people with red bar out of the 15 games, so 0.8. So not exactly 1. So a little bit of an improvement, but again, this could all differ just because it's 15 games. That's not too many, but still, that's a little bit of an improvement. The main thing I'm looking at is the win-loss ratio. The fact that I could almost win 50% of my games, that's really fucking impressive. I don't know if this is repeatable or not, but I will definitely see. Actually, I don't know. I really hope this goes into more than just Iron Banner. Right now, Deej said this is just going to affect Iron Banner. Hopefully other people are doing tests too to see if they're getting the same thing that I'm getting. Because I want better map rotation. This was kind of crap, even though we're doing Rift, and of course these are going to be the only 8 maps out there. I still didn't get Pantheon when we do the new matchmaking, so kind of weird about that. But the win-loss ratio, that's a lot better. Still, I don't want it this kind of sweaty thing where it's 50-50%, but at least this matchmaking is making it there. It was a lot worse before, as you can see, with only me getting 4 wins out of 11 games and getting mercied 4 times, and this time in the new matchmaking only getting mercied once. So it's a lot better, and I'm really happy about that. I definitely hope this will be implemented into the current matchmaking we have right now, just because it's kind of ridiculous. I don't want to be playing sweaty all the time in control. I'd rather have, some casual games here. So hopefully they improve upon this too. They don't just send this right out, but they give a little bit more improvements, especially map rotation and rewards. The connection, I will say, improved a little bit. The yellow bar connection improved a lot. Red bar connection was still pretty bad. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it will get improved. And yeah, this has been my test over the new matchmaking. This has been Rare Loot Brad, out.